Hey, welcome back. Okay, so let's begin with add to quantity. So how do we add to the quantity? So of course we have a session cart that has our items, and so we don't need to escape these values or anything like that, because we're not saving to the database or anything like that. We're just dealing with the session. So but as good practice, just a standard practice, you can do that and just say id is equal to escape id, and then once we have that, we just need to loop. So if is array or is set, let's be more specific like that. If that is set, then we loop through it. So we say for each session cart. Now be careful here with the double $sign. So we will need the key because we want to add to the same thing here. Let's use item as usual. So here, once I'm looping through here, I'm looking for the correct ID, and then yeah, so we'll say if item, now this item is an array, so if item ID is equal to, oh actually all of it is an array, yes, is equal to ID, that ID over there, then we have found a winner, and then we will break away. So once we find the winner, we simply add to it. So we're going to say item quantity, yeah, plus equals 1, like this. So we are adding 1 to itself. So you can either do this, or a simpler, even simpler way is just to do that. Plus plus, same thing. And yes, so we have added to quantity. So we put that to the test. So let's come back here and let me see. I have one quantity here, so let me click to add, and now we see nothing here because we are not being redirected. So let me just go back and refresh, and clearly we haven't done our job because the quantity has not added. Oh, sorry, my bad. I don't know why I keep doing that. This is just ridiculous now. It's supposed to be quantity. My bad. Now it means we have completely destroyed, or have we? 7, 8, 10. Yeah, I think I've added to this thing, but no, it seems to be reading just fine. So item ID, okay, so let's see that again. Click back. Okay, so the item is not adding here. So what that means now is let's try to use, maybe because these are strings, let's try to use plus equals 1. Let's test that again, and then come back, refresh. Okay, so it's definitely not changing here. So let's figure out what exactly is going on. So first of all, we have to know if we are getting here. Now I do know we're getting here because it's not showing any of these, so that is good. So let's just echo something. Let me get this echo here. So we're going to try and echo something in here just so we can see if the loop is happening here. So we'll say here like that. So this is a troubleshooting 101 if you are not getting any error messages. So click here and you see here, meaning it has looped through that twice. Okay, so which means the third time it did find the answer and it broke away. So probably, let's go in here. Oh, I actually see what's going on here. My bad, strictly, because as you can see, it passed through there once, so which means things are actually good. So everything is working fine. The The only problem is we are not replacing the original data. So this is why I'd said we need the key. So we'll say cart here like this, and then let's get that particular key here. Let's put it in there like this, and then the quantity of that key we add to it. All right, so that sorts our problem. I am very confident this time it will work. So let me go back, and as you can see, we have a 2 now. If I click here and come back, we'll have a 3. Okay, so working very well. Now we can use exactly this algorithm here and paste it on subtract. The only thing we have to change is this minus sign over there, and that's it. Same thing here for delete. We will paste there like this, and then what we will do is, instead of deleting this item, or instead of adding to the quantity, we're just going to unset this whole key here. So I will say unset like that, and then break away. Now unset presents a little bit of a problem, because once we unset here, I want to echo out the cart itself so that we see what issue we have created. So as you can see, there are 3 items here. So let's remove number 8, the one in the middle. So I will click delete, and now as you can see, number 0 is missing from our array. There's 1 and there's 2. So they were jumbled. But if we had a lot of items here, we would have a lot of gaps every time someone deletes. You see, you have maybe 2, and then there's a 5, and then there's a 10, and so on. Now, I don't like, personally, I just don't like arrays that are not in sequence like this, because they just present a bit of a problem when you are working with them. So what I want to do instead, but it's not an issue when you're using iterators like for each, because it will just keep over. But if you are using a for loop that is counting numbers like that, it can be a bit of a headache. So there's a simple way to get rid of that problem. So we just say array values, because array values will get all the values from a particular array and put them in another array. So it's as simple as that. So what we will do here is, I will say this cart is equal to array values. So we get the same values from the same array and just push them back in the same array. That way we get rid of all those missing parts. So I will refresh this page, because number 8 doesn't exist anymore with ID number 8, so nothing will be deleted here. So I'll just refresh. Oh, what has happened? So it seems I have completely destroyed oh no, I haven't destroyed anything. So what I have done is I have it's not going through here because it's not finding the one we're looking for, right? But for us to make that point, we need that item in the cart, because now there are only 2 items. So let me go back to the shop, to products, and let me add this one to the cart again. So that was added. Cool. Okay. Now let's go to the cart itself. Now we have 3 items. So let's remove that item again. So I will remove it. It was number 0. So let me delete. Boom. Now you've noticed that I've deleted the item, but I still have 0 and 1 in the array. So it reorders these like that. So this is much cleaner, and you don't have problems when working with such arrays. There are small problems that arise from having spaced arrays, and I don't like that. It's just unnecessary headache. All right, so we've done all this. Very good. Now the only thing remaining is to redirect ourselves back to the original page. So we'll do that in the next video.